You bags control 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you, because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. I know you don't like me saying that, but I'm not the kind of person who come here to say what you like. I'm going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not.
The United States of America is the most successful nation the world has ever known. I think that's largely because we're the freest nation. Humans cannot reach their potential, cannot realize their dreams unless they're free.
If prosperity were easy, everybody around the world would be prosperous. If freedom were easy, everybody around the world would be free. If security were easy, everybody around the world would be secure. They are not. None of this is going to be easy. But this is the United States of America. It takes an extraordinary effort. It takes extraordinary commitment. It takes extraordinary strength. Valley Forge wasn't easy. Going to the moon wasn't easy. Settling the West wasn't easy. We are the American people. We have seen difficulties before, and we always overcome them. This is about rolling up our sleeves. We might have some differences, but at Americans putting our head down and getting it done.
Tell all the other curs the law's coming. You tell them I'm coming. And hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
For today, in the name of freedom, we take the battle to them. Let's roll.
You're listening to War. We are America Radio, a place where conservatives, libertarians, and Tea Party Americans come together to get the real deal news. No filter, and a lot of patriotic spirit. We are America Radio.
Here in moments.
The ultimate gayless spectacle.
Holy Mother of God on earth and in heaven at the exact same time.
You want a piece of me? You got it!
5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again.
Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wayne Dupree Show. I'm your host, Wayne Dupree, here on War Radio. We are America Radio. I'm going to bring in my co-host immediately, Mr. Hutch Bailey Jr. What's up, Hutch?
Good evening, Wayne, and good evening to everybody listening, and welcome back to the intro.
Hold on just for a second, Hutch. I'm trying to figure out why don't I hear you right like I'm supposed to be hearing you. Hold on just for a second. Okay, go ahead and talk. Nope. I'm gonna what is going on here? What is going on here?
I will help you say I could not hear the intro. I had to hear it through Spreaker. I couldn't hear it in my headset.
Yeah. Now I can't hear anything. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go back to the old way. I'll dial you up on the other way. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we get for live radio. I decided that I was going to do things a little bit differently, and I decided right before the show. That's no way. You can do it if you want to, but there's really no way to do a show. But, it's my prerogative. I decided I was going to do it at the last minute, and it didn't work. So I'm going to dial up Hutch the old-fashioned way. I'm going to dial him up the old-fashioned way. And we are going to be taking calls tonight, so hang in there just for a second. Just hang in there. There was something that happened in Chicago. Let me say welcome to RSBN crew. Welcome to those that are listening on Spreaker right now. Before I even start the show, you can download the Wayne Dupree Show app now in your Android store or your Apple store. You can get it in both. So if you have two phones, download the Wayne Dupree Show on both apps. You have all the old shows. You can listen to the show live. You can listen to the show right now on your phone. And you can also chat. You can also chat with the many beautiful members of the chat room. You can chat with them while the show is going on. You can leave us messages. We monitor both chat rooms, actually, RSBN, and we monitor the Spreaker chat room at the same time. Not doing Periscope tonight. I am going to work through some issues on that. But again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the show. And WCCD out of the greater Cleveland area, WCCD AM 1000. Want to thank you for airing the shows. And it's a great time. It's a great time to be doing this. Tonight, there was some crazy stuff that is going on right now, and I've seen it. I watched a little bit of it actually, and I did not. I did not stay. I did not watch the whole thing, and one of the reasons why I didn't watch the whole thing is because it was something that was atrocious. It was atrocious. It was wrong. It was heinous, and I think that, and I'm glad that the police caught the people that did it. I'm glad that they got in trouble. I feel sorry for the individual that was involved in it. I think what I hate the most is that his picture was shown. Because honestly, if that would have happened to me, I would be very embarrassed. I would be very embarrassed. I would be scared. I mean, I probably have to go through a whole lot of counseling and training for what they put, if that was me. And I know I've gotten some backlash on social media right now. I mean, I've gotten some backlash because some people think that it needs to be aired. They think that they need to share it on social media. They think that it needs to be. They think that it needs to be shown everywhere. I don't think so. I don't think so. As a matter of fact, let's see. You know what? There we go. We do have it up. Then why aren't you showing? Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. All right. I do have it up. As you know, I usually take one call, and I'm sorry I'm kind of slow because it's my fault. I moved things over at the last minute, and I really didn't mean to. But let me bring on Debbie. Usually we'll bring on a caller first thing when the show starts, and Debbie has been calling. Let's see. Debbie, are you there?
Hey, Wayne, how's it going?
I'm fine. I was just talking about. Well, I just briefly jumped into the incident of what happened in Chicago, and it was on Facebook Live. Have you seen any of that?
I did what you did, Wayne. I started watching it, and it was so despicable and so subhuman. I couldn't watch it, and I have to say I agree with you 100%. They need to pull that. All that's going to do is cause a situation that they want to cause. They're trying, in my mind, and people can argue with me, they're trying to cause a race war here. And we can't allow that. We have to be better than that. Yeah. That doesn't excuse what those animals did to that man.
Right.
They'll have to answer to God, in my mind, on that, and the law. But in the meantime, we cannot forget we are a law-abiding country, and we have to stand behind the man who we're trying to get in office. We need to maintain our cool. They've tried Russians, recounts, riots, and now race. They've hit us with every R they can possibly think about.
Right.
All I'm asking people to do is stop and think. If you remember that Project Veritas over the summer, they showed those fools paying people to do stuff like this.
Right.
So they ain't beneath them. Now, whether they're involved or not, I don't know. But here's the point. Everybody needs to take a breath, step back, stop watching that hate shit,
right,
and let the police handle it.
I agree. Hey, thank you, Debbie, for calling. I appreciate it.
You take care, Wayne.
All right, thanks. Hey, Hutch Baylor Jr., you're on the line, yes?
Good evening, sir.
How you doing?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, doing good.
I was briefly talking about what we saw, what I saw earlier today.
Yeah, I was listening. I'm a radio professional, so I was listening on another venue because I had to keep up with the subject matter. But not to be funny. This isn't a time to be funny. That was something that like the caller said, initially it hit me in the gut when I saw it. Right. I'm thinking in the United States of America, and here I'm watching a guy being treated like a POW in his own country, and I'm thinking my first gut reaction was visceral too. And then I did exactly what she said. I took a breath and I said, the reason we're here, and I want the audience to follow me here. The reason that we're here is because we have had 8 years of lawlessness. We have had 8 years where the federal government and the Department of Justice has fanned the flames on this. And it's something, and what I kept thinking about is, okay, that's a federal crime. That's kidnapping.
Right.
There's something that a real attorney general and a real justice system, these guys are going to do 30 years. If they don't, then there's, I don't know what, but it's something that it's that bad. And all we have to do is start doing the right thing. We haven't done the right thing for 8 years. You know that, Wayne. We've talked about it over and over in different situations in Ferguson and everywhere. Baltimore, it's letting these people get away with behavior that is not conducive to civilized life.
Right.
You know, we can't do this. We can't have people running around in This was the worst, though. I mean, these people, man, they got some real hatred in their hearts. It's sad.
I mean, I'm pissed off.
I am too.
I mean, I am freaking pissed off at the video. I had to go on Periscope to talk about it. But I mean, I could only, and I even really feel shameful in saying this. I could only watch 5 minutes of it.
That's all I watched. I mean, all I had. I
didn't want to watch anymore.
The tape around the guy's mouth, and he's bound, and I'm thinking, wow, this is America, man. What's up?
At
and
first,
he's disabled.
I mean, look, and somebody told me that on Periscope. I was like, okay, well, you know, let's see what happens. But then when I found out that was true, then I was really pissed off. I just don't see, Hutch. I just don't see where are we, man? Where are we?
Well, you look.
That the freaking stupid ass media can't say anything about it or won't say anything about it, and now these punk ass Twitter leaders, so-called leaders, are spreading it around. To me, I mean, there has to be a in between, Hutch. There has to be in between. Yes, report it. Yes, report it. Yes, people are going to be angry. People are going to be mad. People are going to be outraged. Yes, that I understand. But I also know the weakness and sickness of some of these stupid people. And if you keep showing this crap, you're going to have some other stupid people who want fame just like, I mean, everybody knows that already. I mean, we have copycat people all the time. Well, I don't think that people are going to copy. What happened to Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter was shown on TV all the time. What happened? In 2 year stretch is now they got a president and a national treasury, this and that, and they're doing it everywhere. Even when it doesn't need to be done, they're doing it everywhere. They're copycatting the stuff, and now they've really branched off, Hutch. Now they've really branched off, and they're starting stuff. They aren't reacting; they're starting stuff, and they're recording it and putting it on social media. And I mean, it's people are getting paid for it. People are getting paid for this stuff. You know what? I mean, I reported at least 17 of those videos of today's thing. I reported 17. I reported 17. I think right now, you know what? We're talking about it right now. We're going to have people call in. You want to call in? You want to talk about it? Fine. Let's talk about it. I don't think the video should be played. The whole thing. There was 30 minutes worth of that stuff, man. 30 minutes. And, you know, I see people defending. Oh, just let them play. Oh, so basically you're going to go out and get popcorn and Pepsi or Coke and sit down and watch it? Why do you want to be outraged for 30 minutes? What does that do for you? Hutch, I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't do it. The video pissed me off, but what pisses me off more is that people want to continue to share it and share it and share it, and I don't understand the reason for sharing when you have somebody there's special needs that can beat up, and you.
Well, think of it this way: there's a bright side to everything, and one of the things that happens when people follow their gut and share this stuff, and there's other people that do it for nefarious reasons, but the thing is this will force the national conversation. It will force it. I mean, this is something that at some point in time, the administration is going to get a hold of this. And this really is a national, I know it's a local Chicago issue, but Black Lives Matter needs to be dealt with. It can't be left to flourish. You remember, it was born on a lie. All of this was born on a lie, on several lies that the corrupt media has put forward, because if it bleeds, it leads. And that's the way it is. And these people have been victimized. This didn't just start. I mean, this is something that has been going on. It's been being covered up by the corrupt media for years. I had a guy on my show, Colin Flaherty, that has been documenting it in a tremendous fashion. But we have to look at the bright side. And the bright side is this is about to stop. And there is going to be some pain involved with it being stopped, because there's no doubt in my mind that Jeff Sessions right now is thinking about this. And he probably saw it on Twitter or on social media. I understand completely what you're saying, that there's like a sadomasochistic bent on people. I couldn't watch the video. You know, I watched a couple seconds of it, not even a minute, and I saw the way the guy was trussed up, and I listened to the hate in the people's audio, and I'm thinking, why would you want to put this out there for everybody to see? Are you proud of this? This is going to end your life. You're over. You know, and it's just something that I'm not a huge reactionary person. Like I said at the beginning, it hit me. It didn't hit me as hard as when I watched Reginald Denny getting his head caved in with a concrete block. That hit me harder.
I mentioned that on my Periscope because I also thought that was wrong.
That made me sick. That made me nauseous. I was in a...
you have somebody that's helpless like that, you know. You have somebody helpless like that. And for the little piece that I saw, you could tell that he probably didn't understand some of the steps that he was going through. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think the people that were doing it understand what they were doing.
Oh, they knew what they were doing.
I don't think they understand how wrong they are.
No.
They've been so misled for their entire lives. You saw Dinesh D'Souza's documentary. They're locked up in these plantations, these 2017 Democrat Party plantations in Chicago. Chicago's one of the worst in the entire world. There's an interstate that cuts between the two worlds of Chicago. And the interstate, it doesn't get any worse than that. And these people are locked down.
I tell you another thing too. And let me know if I'm on the right path. But some of these websites that want to immediately put the video up for clickbait, why didn't you cover up his face? You want to put it out there. You want the video on your websites and what? Why do you cover up his face? Why do you cover up the victim's face? Because again, he was probably scared. And this could have been the other way. This could have been the other way too.
If it was the other way, it would be on CNN though.
Yeah, it probably would be. It probably would be. And
speaking the truth,
But it's up to us, and we are going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it so that we all know about it. But I don't have to show you the video. We don't have to show you the video.
You know who needs to see the video? The jury.
Oh yeah.
That's who needs to see the video.
The jury needs to see all 30 minutes of that video. The jury. We got Leo Brown calling in. Mr. Brown.
How you doing, Mr. Wayne Dupree and Mr. Hutch Bailey?
Fine here, sir.
Really sad to see what happened today. I know you're covering it and you're talking about it, and I know it's really hard to talk about, but these people out here need to understand this is the type of our sources trying to push. This is what they want. This is what they want to do to all of us. They want to divide us. They want to cause problems. You know, there's more intelligent people than this. I do not like what happened today. I will never like that done to anybody, no matter what the situation is. I tried to read on Facebook and have that removed, or at least reported and brought attention to. They basically said, not only to myself, but also Paul Joseph Watson, because I was also talking with him on Facebook today about it. and we were doing posts back and forth, and they did the same thing to him. They basically said, "Oh, no, we're okay with that, and there's no problem here. Just go on about your business." That's the problem with all this fake news, all this other stuff, and all the rest of this. It's all tied together to sit there and basically just push our eyes away from what's going on. And you're right, with them hiding the faces, they don't want that out there because that's not for their narrative.
All right.
You know, there's a lack, and I don't know if this is even appropriate to say, but along the lines of what the caller's saying, you notice you never see any Christians being beheaded on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or Christians being burned alive, or Muslims for that matter.
Oh, that stuff is taken down fast.
You know, they take that down right away, but they want to foment this. They want this.
And you know what? And I'll say this. Hey, Mr. Brown, thank you so much for your call. And sincerity, thank you so much for
of course, yes.
tuning into the show.
I've talked with you guys a few times now. I keep calling back in when I see that I have a need to, so I will continue to do so.
I appreciate it.
Of course. You both have a good evening.
Okay, thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking your phone calls. And the reason why I'm taking your phone calls on this tonight is because I want to hear what you have to say. Again, we're not showing the video. I mean, you know, I could ask Joe and them to put up a little video screen and show it while I talk about it, but I'm not doing that. But I would like to know what you think going forward. What do you think should happen going forward? 206. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's your name?
Rudy.
All right, go ahead, Rudy.
Yeah, I have this thing about the media portraying all these videos and all that stuff. The thing is, the reason we have all these problems is that the media is covering all this stuff. If you eliminate the media from covering all these, like Black Lives Matter and all these riots and all that stuff, they are nothing. There would be nothing at all. If you eliminate the media covering all this stuff, they're only there because the media is there. The cameras are there. If there are no cameras, they would just disappear.
I agree.
Because,
hey, Rudy, believe me, I understand exactly what you're talking about. And that's why I said earlier, Hutch, even if this was Black Lives Matter, I don't think that Black Lives Matter stuff should be put on TV.
I think they should be designated as the terrorist group that they are.
I do too.
The problem is now that every citizen is the media.
Right.
Every citizen has a camera, a high definition camera that can connect via social media to however many people want to watch it. And that's just a new reality. Go ahead, Wayne.
Let's see. Wait a minute. He got it a little bit too early. Let me bring in Blake. Hey, Blake, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? Is Wayne?
Yep, that's right. Go ahead. You're live.
Hey, this is Blake from Allenstown. I just wanted to say, watching your show, and just want to reach out to you and just give you a virtual hug. I saw that passion in your face when you were talking about what happened out there in Chicago, and I just man, I got to call Wayne. I got to give him a virtual hug.
All right, well, Blake, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. And keep up the good work, you guys. We love you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Take care, man.
Hutch, my sister, and I really don't talk about that much because, I love her to death. My sister isn't special needs, but my sister, when she was born, she couldn't walk. And she, as a baby, she had braces on her legs. And she couldn't walk like all the other kids. And she couldn't run like all the other kids. And the doctors said that she would never walk. And my dad, as a pastor, used to pray for her all the time. We used to pray for her all the time. And he used to rub her legs up and down with praying oil every night. Well, my sister grew up she walks now. She walks. And I'm so proud of her. I mean, she's she's going to kill me if I tell her age. But through the power of prayer, my sister walks. But she never really experienced the kickball type of thing or the running up. I mean, she ran. I mean, she scared me a couple times up and down the steps. But she didn't run like the regular kids. She couldn't play in the sports. And
probably made it up in other ways, though.
Right, exactly. I mean, she's a great, fantastic singer. My sister's a singer. I mean, she does concerts and stuff. She's a singer.
That's the way it works, brother.
But that's where my emotion came from tonight. Just when I learned that it was a special needs kid, and looking at his eyes, I looked at his eyes. I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, the stuff that was going on around him, it was heinous. It was wrong. But I looked at his eyes. And I looked at his. I mean, that's where my eyes went, was to his eyes, and his eyes looking up at these punks, these thugs, these creatures. He was looking up, and you could tell he didn't know what was going on. You could tell he wasn't ready for this. You could tell he was scared. You could tell he was bewildered, everything. And that's where my emotion comes from, because nobody should be ever put in that type of situation. And that's where my emotion came from. But
the thing that got me was when, and I didn't watch it long enough. I could have read this wrong, but what I heard was the guy was berating him, and he's all hogtied and got the tape around his mouth. And I thought I heard a female that was like giggling.
Oh, yeah.
And laughing. Yeah. And that was like, to me, it's like
she was doing that.
Satan is in the house, man.
Yeah.
And that's something that's got to be.
Yep.
We got to expel Satan from and I know we're never going to do it completely, but that's where we have to start. We got to start punishing these people, man. This is something that it's tearing the country apart.
And you know what, too? Before I move to something else, don't think of me wrong by saying I want every one of those people that did that. I want them dead. That's me, though. That doesn't have to be you. I hope that I don't want them put away for life. You treat somebody like that, you want to laugh about it, you want to terrorize somebody. Those are terrorist acts. That's terrorist acts right there.
See, I'd like to see them put out. They made that guy suffer.
I know.
And they wanted to make it public. So I'd like to see them in a federal penitentiary, probably in Utah somewhere. Utah or Nevada, somewhere where the Aryan Brotherhood is huge. And let them get a taste of it.
No, they need votes.
You're probably right. That's probably
they need votes.
And not only that, but at some point in time,
they need votes.
The media and the people at the Department of Justice and the people who have pushed this Black Lives Matter lie need to be brought to account.
Yeah.
This was designed. It started in 2009, and it's been designed, and it is bearing fruit now.
Oh, yeah.
You think, now we're older, but you think 2009, it's 2016 now.
Mm-hmm.
There could be people that were little kids.
Yep.
When Obama was elected, that this is all they've ever heard their whole life.
Yeah, that's true.
And now they think it's real.
Right.
Because they're half stupid, because the school system is so bad in Chicago with the unions. And, that this is their little pea brain. This is what they're processing.
Yeah.
And these people have done this to them.
Right.
I know everybody wants to blame it right on them, and I'm with that. They got to pay for what they did. But by God, that never happened to my kids, because they weren't in that environment.
I wasn't raised in that environment.
And like you, right. I'm listening to you, and I'm thinking, All right, I know I'm with this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
217, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Wayne, this is Steve-O again, buddy.
Hey, Steve-O.
How you guys doing? Hey, how's it going, Hutch?
Doing good. What's on your mind?
Hey, you know, I was really happy to see you get emotional, Wayne, about that kid, and that's just not right. Now, my question is, and I'm gonna let you go after this. My question is, once they figure all this out and these guys get caught, is it going to be a hate crime?
It better be.
I mean, shouldn't it be? I mean, shouldn't it be? But for some reason, they'll just blow this off that it's not a hate crime. I don't understand it.
No,
it
it's
drives
a hate
me
crime.
nuts. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go, and you guys can discuss that.
All right,
Thank you,
man.
sir. Bye.
No, it's a hate crime. It's
You know
hate.
what, though,
It's
Wayne?
hate
I got to
crime.
give my opinion on this because it's different than yours.
Go ahead.
I think we should eliminate hate crimes.
I do too.
You're either a federal kidnapping convict or you're not. Every life is as equal as the next life. Just because I hate you doesn't mean murder's any worse than if I don't hate you.
Right. I mean,
you know what I mean? That's making some murders more important than other murders. That doesn't make sense.
I agree. I agree with you. I do agree with you. Ladies and gentlemen, you listen to the Wayne Dupree Show. And I try not to show, you know, I mean, I laugh a lot. I laugh a lot and try to get y'all to laugh a little bit. But I try not to show any emotion like that. And I want to tell you why. Because I ain't no punk, so don't try. just because I'm showing emotion for a certain situation, I feel that situation. I feel it. I feel it. But don't try to think you're going to walk all over me either because of it. Don't do that. You're going to find yourself on the wrong end of the spectrum. Best believe. You know what I'm saying?
I do, man, and that's something. Don't make the mistake of thinking it's Hollywood because it's not Hollywood.
Nope.
It's real life, man.
Real life. Real life. Let's take one more call on this subject. 573. Go ahead, 573.
Hello, Wayne. Hello, Hutch. This is Nene from Missouri.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. First off, I just wanted to give you a hug. You made me so sad there at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you got to be careful about free speech. You know, we all want to make sure unfortunately, just like burning the flag and everything else, they got a right to do that. And whether we like it or not, they can still Twitter and say craziness. That's what you and I are in the military for, is make sure they have a right to do that stupidity.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And then the other thing is they want to divide us. That's what they want to do.
Right.
They want to make this middle America little white girl upset with black people. Look at what they're going to do to me if they catch me around the corner.
Yep.
That's exactly what they're trying to do. You know, I'm not afraid to walk down any street late at night or anywhere. Never have been, and I ain't about to start now.
Yeah, 45 will help you with that. The 45 on your hip, that always makes you feel a little better. That's my
45
my opinion on that.
45, huh?
Well, Hutch, you can't see me, so you know.
I don't know what that was. But
I think that means she got it handled.
I'm sure.
I got it.
Yeah, see.
Good for you.
She's from Missouri, so you know.
Show me.
She got it handled.
I went to basic at 40, so I think I got this, Hutch.
There we go. There we go.
That was a Fort Knox.
Look, darling, thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it. And don't let this be the last time you call in, okay?
Oh, it will be, but you just take it easy there, man. It'll be all right. And don't worry about showing us your feelings. That's why we listen.
Yep.
Man, listen. You know why I started listening to you?
What's that?
Because I couldn't stand Megyn Kelly. You were on at 8 o'clock. And so now, every night at 8 o'clock, it's time for my husband's like, "Where are you going?" I said, "I gotta go listen to Wayne."
There you go. There you go. Well, you tell your husband, and I'm looking right through YouTube right now. Hey, hubby, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for letting your wife watch the show. Thank you.
And if you're not doing anything, husband, 7 o'clock.
That's right.
You can catch Cold War Radio.
Look, see, there it is.
Oh, there you go.
Nice
We'll have
play.
to start that then.
There you go. All
I
right.
really don't like Bill O'Reilly either. He's kind of a blowhard, but it's okay. He's all right. He's not Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, I know that's right.
She's out. She's done.
Yeah, she's out. She's
I
done.
you know what? I knew it. I told my sister. She's like all about it. I told my sister. I said, you know what? That she ain't nothing but one of Clinton's nasty girls. I'm telling you. When Trump called her a nasty woman. I said, Megyn Kelly is one of Clinton's nasty girls. I'm here to tell you. She goes, no, she's not. I'm like, yes, she is. You just watch. And sure enough, where's she going? She's going to NBC.
Yeah, NBC. Yeah. Oh, she going to nasty NBC. Well, look, I gotta let you go, but thank you so much for your call.
You're welcome. All right, y'all. Be safe now.
All right. Hey, Hutch, we're going to move on to a little bit of the news. Looks like the moving truck is at the White House. Took 8 years, but we finally got that moving truck to the White House.
Goodness gracious, what are they going to take out of there? They're going to take the couch and the.
I hope they load that mother-in-law up there.
You know what? I've never seen a picture of her. Well,
I saw her.
Not very often, though.
I saw her.
She had a room, didn't she?
Yeah, she had a room.
Unbelievable.
I saw her. Yeah. But you know what? They kind of locked her away for 8 years, too.
Who do you think had a better room, the mother-in-law or Valerie Jarrett? Did Valerie Jarrett have a room, too?
I would probably have to say the mother-in-law because, Barack Obama's not into women. So,
true.
The mother-in-law probably, like that. Mexico is mad.
Mexico is
mad. Actually, they're running scared a little bit.
I would imagine.
They don't know what's going to happen to their business future.
What's that little town on the other side of Fort Bliss?
I don't know.
I know they're getting nervous.
Juan something?
Yeah, Juarez,
yeah.
Yeah, famous for the donkey shows and whatnot. But they're, you ask GIs, I can tell you all about that. But yeah, they're getting nervous, man. Their economy is gonna shift here.
Yeah,
and
I ain't even worried about it either. Look, Mexico, I ain't worried about y'all.
Not my problem.
You got some new shoes? No, listen. Look. I was thinking about this. I think it was last night, or the first thing this morning. American businesses were going to Mexico, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
But illegals were coming to the United States, running away from Mexico, right?
And putting Mexican flags up here and talking about La Raza
in the United States. But the job, and saying that they were coming over here for jobs. But the American jobs were going to Mexico.
It makes no sense, man.
It makes no sense.
I mean, you look at especially if you look at Mexico, just with no people in it. Just take all the people out of Mexico.
Okay, let's take all the people out of Mexico.
You got more oil, more coastline
in Mexico.
That is so beautiful. Yeah,
you got oil in Mexico.
Absolutely, there's our second highest supplier, I think.
And
there's a lot of oil, but there's all that. You see those calendars with the beautiful ocean, that Cozumel, Acapulco.
Hey, I've been to Cozumel.
It's so beautiful over there. My mother used to go there every year.
It is nice. I had,
but they're like peasants.
I had tequila in Cozumel.
Every time I have tequila, I go to jail. So
lit my esophagus up.
Yeah, I don't drink that stuff anymore. Dawn Lemon drank some tequila on New Year's.
She did?
Yeah, did you check her out?
Yeah, I saw her.
She said she's looking for a man, or a mate or something like that.
She probably did, yeah. She got her ears pierced. Little drunk self.
Oh, boy. What an embarrassment.
CNN let her get on stage. It was, usually you like to have a man and a woman on stage, but it was Brooke Baldwin and
so you know all those
Don
names.
Lemon.
I saw her, but I didn't know who she was.
You ain't supposed to have two women on stage at the same time.
She tried to save her, too. Did you see it?
She did try to save her.
She tried, man.
You know why? Because that liquor was coming out of the pores.
And that little earphone in her ear was going, stop him, stop him.
Yeah. You know it was. Because you know what? They didn't want him to say, they didn't want him to say the wrong thing.
Because they were under lawsuit for racism, so they had to be careful on how they
Ladies and gentlemen,
that.
CNN is under, it does have a lawsuit. Black employees are suing CNN. CNN's not talking about that either. But black employees of CNN are suing CNN for racism. 20 years worth of racism and discrimination. And that's not the only one suing them. WikiLeaks gave them an ultimatum today.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. WikiLeaks say, I tell you what, we're going to give you a certain amount of time. One of the people on Chris Cuomo's show came out and called Julian Assange, called him a pedophile.
Ooh, called Cuomo?
No, called Julian Assange a pedophile.
Oh, okay. That's smart.
But CNN didn't say nothing about it. They didn't bleep it out. You know, they got the 10-second rule, so they could have bleeped it out, but they didn't. And if you think about how they have done conservatives and Republicans, if conservative and Republicans say something that they don't agree with, I'm talking about CNN, CNN will go bat crazy. They will overtalk, interrupt, do everything possible to shut up a Republican or a conservative. But this guy was allowed to call Julian Assange a pedophile. So WikiLeaks was like, I tell you what, we going to give you, I think it was 48 hours. We're going to give you 48 hours to retract what was said and show this expose, or we're going to file a lawsuit against you.
There it is. You know, I'll tell you something, Wayne. If you think about how bad the Democrat crime family has damaged the United States government, I want to ask you a question. I'll give you my answer. Do you believe the CIA, FBI, President of the United States, Lindsey Graham, John McCain, or do you believe WikiLeaks? And my answer, and I'm talking about the Russian hacking election thing, my answer is immediate and 100%, I believe WikiLeaks. And that's a crying shame.
Heck yeah, I believe WikiLeaks.
That is a crying shame.
I believe him because you know why?
This administration has destroyed the United States government's credibility so bad that I can answer that question like that. And I'm a retired United States Army officer. And that's my opinion. There it is, right there. Bam.
Julian Assange said in his interview with Sean Hannity that they haven't been proven wrong yet.
And they haven't.
So why not trust them? Why get mad at them when they're putting this stuff out there and they haven't been wrong yet? Our government doesn't even have that track record. I mean, if you really want to go back, it started with Fast and Furious. They started off with Fast and Furious, and them doing the cover up in Fast and Furious.
Exactly. And now California has hired Eric Holder, former attorney general that has been convicted of contempt of Congress, to fight against the federal government to keep sanctuary cities.
Who is that?
Eric Holder.
He should be in jail.
Stedman. The only man brave enough to snuggle up to Dupree.
No. Oh, Stedman. You talking about Stedman.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Holder.
Well, they're the same person.
They do look alike.
You know that.
They do.
Know that.
They do look alike. 704. You're calling on the line. You are live. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Gloria Christie, and I'm in North Carolina, in Kannapolis.
Hey, Gloria. How are you?
I am good. I just want to talk to Wayne a minute. I had something I wanted to talk to him about.
You talking to him right now, darling. Go ahead.
Oh, hey. You don't sound like yourself. No, what I was wanting to tell you was that there is so much hate out there, it just breaks your heart.
Yeah.
I was in a retail store this week, and I love people. Don't matter the color or the race or what. I just love people.
Mm-hmm.
And this little black girl was in front of me, and she had 4 kids with her. And a little boy was sitting in the little cart part where the little kids sit. He looked like he was probably about 6 or something like that. And he smiled, and I waved at him, and he waved back. And I said, "You having fun shopping?" He said, "Mm-hmm." She turned around and looked at me like she could kill me.
Mm.
So I was afraid to say anything more to him, you know. You just don't know what to say to people anymore. You love people and like to talk to them, but they just don't seem like they want to be friendly. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
But it's so sad, and I haven't seen the video you're talking about, but it makes me sad just hearing you talk about it.
Yeah, it was something.
It's sad, but you are doing a great job, you and Hutch.
Thank you, Gloria.
And my husband and I just got started. Used to, back when you were showing the Trump rallies, we caught on to it, and we watched every one of them, and we've enjoyed them so much, and we're just looking forward to January the 20th and getting him in there.
Well, we are ready. We're ready to get him to go in. We're ready for him to go to work. I can't wait till day one. Seriously.
Right.
You know, I mean, I want to see what happens on day one. I want to see everything that goes on. I really don't care about the media. I don't care how they are going to cover them. I really don't. I mean, I know that they're going to be who they are. I just want to see what he's going to do, and I want to see the legislation coming down and him starting to work things like we want him to. But hey, Gloria,
exactly.
Thank you so much for your card, darling.
Well, we sure do like hearing you and Hutch. And tell Hutch hello.
Oh, he's right here.
Y'all.
Hey, hello. Thanks for calling. I hate people though, but anyway.
I never have. I've always been
I'm just
a
kidding.
type person.
Dear, I'm just kidding.
I figured you were.
That was a little Hollywood, you know. Trying to be
but
the
I do
Godfather.
love people. I've worked in a doctor's office where I got to see people, and they're just a joy of my husband and I love to get out there and see people and talk to them, and it was so much fun watching the rallies and seeing the right side broadcasting out there and talking to people and seeing what their opinions were, and it was just great. But we'll keep watching you. We're enjoying every minute of it. We watch you. We look forward every night to 9 o'clock so we can hear you on your program.
Well, thank you, dear. Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be on Friday night. Well, we're going to be on for the rest of the week. But on Friday night, we're going to do 3 hours.
Whoop, whoop.
We're going to do 3 hours. We're not even going to the bathroom again.
You know, and it's not like Rush Limbaugh.
Nope.
Isn't that how they say Rush Limbaugh?
Rush Limbaugh.
I like the guy, but, you know, it's not like him. It's not 2 hours and 5 seconds. It's 3 hours.
It's 3
no
hours.
No break.
Nope.
We are going to have an intro, aren't we?
Yep. We're doing
I like that today, but I missed those, Wayne.
Yeah. I'm going to, yeah.
They fire me up. You know,
I brought it back. As a matter of fact,
the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first, and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republicans. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you bash controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you, because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. I know you don't like me saying that, but I'm not the kind of person who come here to say what you like. I'm going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, you listen to the Wayne Dupree Show. And actually, Hutch, that goes for us right now. You know why I say that? Because now we run all three branches.
Yeah.
So
there's no excuses.
So if you, ladies and gentlemen, and many of you don't consider yourself Republican anyway, but if you call yourself a Republican after things aren't taken care of as they were told, and you still run around here giving your money to the Republican Party and swearing allegiance to a party that don't do what they say. I mean, look what Paul Ryan did today. Did you hear what Paul Ryan said, we're not going to put tariffs on companies to keep them here.
Paul Ryan doesn't have as much of a say as he thinks he does. and I'll say that about Chuck Schumer, too.
Oh, Chuck Schumer.
You people you got your asses handed to you.
Yeah, you did.
And hopefully, and I'm not even going to go into the ethics thing, but hopefully enough Republicans will realize what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you could only figure that out, that's something that Wayne, our side, has not been able to figure out. We've been dealing with it for years. I think back to when you visited the RNC, and they did not get it with the outreach to the minority community.
They don't get the family thing,
which Pastor Scott did get, and man, did he do good.
They don't. The RNC doesn't get the family thing. They're talking about it, but they don't get it. And the Democrats haven't got it for 50 years, but the Republicans just don't get it.
No, the Democrats do get it.
Oh, well, yeah.
And they're using
want to
it
break it
against
up. Yeah.
this entire population, and it's horrible. But
and Chuck Schumer today, you brought him up. Chuck Schumer said, I really fought against the Democrats passing the nuclear option. Really? Seriously?
No, you didn't. You
whatever,
lying
man.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, whatever, man. I mean, and after they passed it, then what? You just stopped publicly saying anything about it? For real? Seriously?
Well, and ladies and gentlemen, just on a high note, Harry Reid is out of the United States government.
He's gone. He's in hiding.
He's out.
Yeah, because
now the mob's going to take him out. They'll find him in the dumpster.
They're going to get that other eye.
They're going to get that other eye. That's right.
Get that other eye. I cannot believe that this show is already over. I can't believe it. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the show. Let me give a shout out to those that have given. I haven't said anything about the fundraiser tonight because of the subjects that we were talking on earlier. But we are running a fundraiser to upgrade our equipment and help us syndicate our show nationally on AM radio. So I'm going to give a shout out to Anonymous, who gave $20 last night when the show was over. Daniel Kirby, Johnny Quest in the RSBN chat room just sponsored the show. For tonight's show is being sponsored to you by Daniel Kirby, who just made his donation. Thank you for sponsoring the show, Daniel. Miss Norma Horning, we're sending out a virtual hug to you right now for donating to the show. You can donate to the show by going to GoFundMe.com/WD show. GoFundMe.com /WD show. We're going to take some more phone calls tomorrow. We have to go right now. Through the week, it's an hour show. We're going to move, but on Friday, we're going to do 3 hours. I see Nikki from South Africa calling. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Oh, she's gone.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
See you, Nikki.
Sorry, Nikki. Oh, no, there she is right there. Let me take Nikki. Nikki, are you there?
Nikki, South Africa.
Yeah.
It's
not. It's not connecting right there.
It's that bag phone.
Yeah. Okay. So, Hutch, how can people reach out to you on social media?
Hey, I'm Hutch Bailey Jr. on Facebook and Gab Berg's Eye View on Twitter.
And let me see. Okay.
Oh, we got an outro too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I do the outro. Ladies and gentlemen, you can contact me on Twitter, Facebook, Gab, or Instagram. Just type in Wayne Dupree Show. If you have any questions for the show, or if you have, and you know what? I have a P.O. Box number, which is also on the GoFundMe page. And I want to thank Cooper and Scott for sending me a Christmas card for the family. Thank you so much. I want to thank Felipe Mathers for also sending another Christmas card. Thank you so much, out of Canada. Thank you so much. And I also want to thank Miss Tracy Peacock out of Tennessee, who sent in a donation, and I'm going to add that to the GoFundMe of $50. Thank you, Tracy. We did receive it. I just got it tonight, actually. But thank you for mailing it, and we're going to put it with everything else. So thank you, everybody. Remember, you can contribute to the show. Just go to GoFundMe.com/Wayne Dupree, and we'll be talking to you tomorrow.
Hey, Wayne.
Yes, sir.
Remember,
yep.
Your upgrade is on the way.
Carrie, we're going to talk to Carrie tomorrow night too. Some people have been asking for him, so we'll talk to Carrie tomorrow night. All right. Until tomorrow, God bless everybody, and we will see you on the pickup. God bless.